Oh, goodness gracious. I muted it so that I could cough and then forgot to unmute it. And here's a Risona up for $1. Anime version. Do, do. TK Cody with the pickup. Thank you very much. And then let's see what's next. Oh man, here's another anime. So this one is foil. Satsuki, the Living Lore Showcase foil up for $1. Yeah, a lot of these showcases are really, really pretty. Congrats, TK Cody. And Spirit Sisters Call Showcase up for $1. Tamiyo Completed Sage up for $1. Tamiyo is so pretty. Mecha Titan Core up for $1. Pardon me. Oh, goodness gracious. Gibby's getting close to ending. Make sure you're in it. And the Kami War up for $1. And then I think there's a little bit more Kamigawa run. Here's a mirror box up for $1. Pablo to Hawkfish wins the giveaway. Sweet pickup, Destrudo. Reckoner Bank Buster up for $1. Givey went out. Let's do another. And make sure to check out the shop. There's items in there that are lots of fun. Very neat things happening over there. I need to go in tomorrow probably and update a bunch of the stuff in there. And here's a Showcase Surge Hacker mech up for $1. And there's a bunch of cool showcases in this stack, but I'd feel bad running them for $1. $32. Whoa. Throwing magic cards all over. Welcome in, everybody. All right, I'll sell this one for $1. Foil Covert Tactician anime art up for $1. Man, I thought people would go for that. And a Ruthless Technomancer up for $1. Thank you very much, Destrudo. Okay. That looks like that's the end of the Kamigawa. Pretty sure that this stack is next. Let's see. So this is some Zendikar stuff. Guardian of Tazim, up for $1. Hero of Galmafed, up for $1. Why did I put a sticker on that? Gideon, ally of Zendikar, up for $1. So 5/5 for 4 mana and white. That's really good. All right, and we got a Felidar Sovereign up for $1. And an Emeria Shepherd up for $1. Gibby's gonna pop in 54 seconds. Make sure you're in it to win it. And here's an Oblivion Sower up for $1. Oh, what was that? I think my upstairs neighbor must have dropped something heavy. Gruesome Slaughter up for $1. Welcome Turbo Fozzie and Debo, Dope and Do. Turbo Fozzie, are you also in the Pacific Northwest? Oh, here it comes. Salamander wins the Gibby. Rad. It's the place to be. Run giveaway. Oh, very nice, Draw 7 Gaming. Here's an Endless One up for $1. And a Blight Herder. Oh, near Seattle. Okay, awesome. And 3 hours from there. So 3 hours from Seattle could mean like Yakima, and it can mean Portland. Ah, Portland. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Desolation Twin up for $1. Brutal Expulsion up for $1. If anyone's watching on YouTube, if you download the Whatnot app, then you can come actually bid on these cards. Brood Butcher up for $1. There will definitely be some vampires, since they are on Zendikar. Bring to light, so probably coming up here pretty quickly. Angelic Captain up for a buck. Two and a half minutes left on the Givey. Woodland Wanderer up for a buck. Let's see. There's some black in this stack. Nixilis Reignited up for a buck. But yeah, I'm in the Portland area as well. Thanks for the follow, Zero Ice. Goldraz Overseer up for a buck. It's kind of cool. When you play a swamp, other creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Thank you for the purchase, Zero Ice. And then here's a Defiant Bloodlord up for a buck. Thank you very much. Let's see. Huh. Those are the only two vampires in this little immediate stack. Here's a Radiant Flames up for a buck. Let's see. Kind of unenthusiastic about Zendikar right now. I don't have any bundles right now. They might come up during the show, though. That is something I do sometimes. It's kind of an on-the-whim thing for me. I haven't run into any Soul Rings recently. There's always a chance they'll pop up because they could be literally anywhere in my like random dollar auction stuff. Oh, that's all stuff I need to do differently. Well, here's a Spire Garden up for a buck. Oh, nice. Thank you for your purchase, Paper Frog. Oh, yeah, and congratulations. Let's run another Gibby. See, I don't see any Soul Ring. Maybe here. Yeah, here's a Soul Ring. Up for a buck. I think most of my secret lair stuff is in the shop. I've just got some of the Miku stuff in there right now. Pretty sure they're in there. Yeah, there's a couple of Miku things and still in there, but I think that's all the secret lair stuff I have right now. Here's an ancient den up for a buck. That's all good. No, it's totally okay. I know when you come looking for auctions. Any free stuff for first order? Uh, I can't even begin to understand how I would track that. So, apologies. Just the givey. Dragon Skull Summit up for a buck. Here's a Temple of Mysteries up for a buck. Thank you, Featherfall. Here's a foil Grim Backwoods up for a buck. It's a sack outlet. That's pretty cool. And let's see. Here's a Tainted Wood. Scryland taps for 1 blue or scries 1. That would be pretty cool. Now here's a Restless Ridge lineup for a buck. If you like men lands, this is the land for you. All right, well, what about Restless Vents up for a buck? Keep on find a deck that can use that Woodland Wolf that generates wolves. That'd be pretty cool. It's overdue time for Wolf Tribal to be a thing. Caves of Kolios up for a buck. Welcome ADF Collectibles. We out here collecting. Here's an access tunnel up for a buck. Here's an unclaimed territory. The hoops will jump through to have 5-color lands, right? Thank you, Flying Farmer. Frost Snarl thing. I don't know. It's in Japanese. I can't read it. Crabs cards. Sick Dragon Knight avatar. You're going to be real dumb when Lorwyn comes out. Oh, I bet. Here's a Myriad Landscape. You and me both, to be honest. Turbo Fozzie, thanks for the staking around and winning the givey. Giveaway. And it's running. Here's a Cephalid Coliseum. Card is insanely good. Yeah, YOLO. Here's a Soul Guide Lantern. That's a pretty cool card to win. Being able to ditch graveyards is epic. Here's a Coalition Relic up for $1. Um, and here's a Whisper Silk Cloak. It's a sweet pickup. And G-Door, Aristocratic Capital, up for $1. Oof, I am tired tonight. Midgar, for all of you Final Fantasy. And yeah, there's some Planeswalkers kind of mixed in. I've run a couple. Might be some more coming soon. Huh. And Clive's Hideaway. Vault of the Archangel, up for $1. Oh, Susan Jumpstart. Oh. Yeah, but that's Werewolf, not just regular wolf. Branching Evolution, up for $1. Dang, you're going hard. But which will be better, Lorwyn or Bloomburrow? High Sentinels of Arishin, up for $1. Duelist Heritage, up for $1. I mean, Arland is the correct choice. The Wolf Mama. Zurzoth, Chaos Rider, up for $1. Ha! That's funny. Here's a Bog Brew Witch, up for $1. Ooh, the Givey. Turbo Fozzie, win it again. Witch of the Moors up for $1. Oh, that could be an interesting mechanic feather. Double Vision up for $1. How am I sleepy when I just like pounded a rock star? I'm confused. I am Silvertone. Thank you very much for the purchase. Here's a Dragon Speaker Shaman up for $1. It used Dragon Naturally Speaking. You know what's funny? I'm not an organized enough person to remember that, and there's no way for me to do that within Whatnot's interface. Rapacious Dragon up for $1. I'll do my best. Angelic Arbiter up for $1. Chandra Heart of Fire up for $1. Hood X, welcome in. Oh, Zero Ice with the snipes. Ulvenwald Hydra up for $1. Zoe Ken, welcome in. 100 snow-covered plains? What? Why? Cultivate up for $1. No, you can't just wander in here and be like, I need 100 snow-covered plains and expect not to get questions. Yeah, Cultivate would be so much better if it was 2 mana. Assault Formation up for $1. Zendikar's Royal up for $1. Are you going to use them to back a deck? So they need to all be the same 100 snow-covered plains. Speaker of the Heavens up for $1. Oh, plains and forests. Okay. Are you going to have all of your guys be hiding in the woods? Primal Might up for $1. I agree. I used to see it all the time on Arena, though. Rampaging Brontodon. Now that's a card that's underloved. I think it's huge. In Karametra, he used to regularly hit a 20/20. If not bigger. Since sometimes I would get out to like 30 lands in that deck. Baneslayer Angel. Now that's one that hurts for $1. I opened one of these in my sealed pool at Grand Prix Portland, and after the event, I sold it to a vendor for I think $25. I also sold a playset of Tarmogoyfs for I think 120. No Ristic Study, sorry, my friend. Feline Sovereign up for $1. Thank you very much, I am Silvertone. Corsair Captain up for $1. It feels like everyone I know in real life has a pirate deck. And I just don't think pirates are all that cool. Coastal Piracy up for $1. But maybe that's because I've gone to a pirate festival before, and it was a lot less about pirates and just like a lot more about like people doing things that offend my sensibilities. Hamlet back Goliath. And I mean, if they want to have a big old camping festival where they do stuff to each other, that's their whole right. I just don't want it around me. No, thank you. Let's see. I think Pursued Whale up for $1. Oh, there's still some cards in the stack. There's also a lot of drugs there, and I'm not really a drugs guy. Whelming Wave up for $1. Why do drugs when you can buy magic cards? Shadow Manwolf. Welcome. Demfar, welcome. You guys were very whelmed by Whelming Wave. Sarkon's Unsealing up for $1. Man, stomach is not feeling great. Young Pyromancer. Or as we affectionately call him, Young Peasy. Volcanic Salvo up for $1. Thank you very much for the follow. Grave Walker up for $1. Curious Obsession up for $1. Rage Blood Shaman. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you check out the shop. There's plenty of goodies in there. Updating it all the time. Seth Rune up for $1. What Naughty? Thank you for your purchase. Oh, man. Is there actually good cards in here? Yeah, sure. How about a Crucible of Fire up for $1? Make those dragons even bigger. Oh. So Featherfall, how many dragon decks do you have? Phyrexian Revoker up for $1? 4? Honestly, I was expecting more. If you would have been like 13, I would have believed you. Do you have a Siege Dragon? Ah, okay, that's fair. And also unsurprising. Oh, here comes the Givey Paper Frog. Turbo Fozzie did not win this one. Alright, I think this is going to be the last Givey. My stomach is killing me, so I want to be sideways real bad. Shield of the Avatar up for $1. If you notice, I keep having to mute myself, and that is because of unpleasantness. And I don't want to subject you guys to that. Oh, Brian, thank you very much for your purchase. Testrudo, thanks for grabbing the scythe out of the shop. Here's a Burning Anger up for $1. Here's a Chandra Pyromaster up for $1. Very Chandra heavy set stack of cards tonight. Fun fact, for those of you who didn't know it, Chandra is the planeswalker with the most printings. Necromancer Stockpile up for $1. Right? So I believe Jace is number 2. And there was also that set that had 3 Chandras. Phytotitan up for $1. It's got Weatherseed Tree Folks ability on it. Genesis Hydra up for $1. You think she's got Chandra's got 20? Wow. I was just watching YouTube shorts and they mentioned that. It's the only reason I knew it. No Genesis Hydra takers? It's a bad taste. Return to the... Where'd it go? Preeminent Captain up for $1. Return to the ranks. Dang, Liliana's up there too. They did my girl Nissa dirty, though, by taking away her spot as the main green planeswalker. Mercurial Pretender up for $1. Stormtide Leviathan cards that look really bad, but will completely ruin like unprepared commander players. I can't count how many casual tables I've just won the game on the spot with Stormtide. And in limited too. Soul of Innistrad up for $1. The Centaur Planeswalker, that would be pretty sick. Well, there's a Satyr Planeswalker. I know that's not the same, but they both have hooves. Life's Legacy up for $1. Oh, that's an unpleasant feeling. Paper Frog, thank you for the purchase. Aggressive Mining up for $1. Donating this to people is funny. Obelisk Avert up for $1. Oh, here goes the Gibby. Brian, sweet pickup. And Paper Frog, congrats. Avacyn up for $1. This Avacyn's really fun. Defy the Light coming in. Sweet pickup. Using Whatnot credits, nice. Indulgent Tormentor up for $1. All right, I'm going to give you guys a really cool one, and then I'm going to sign off because I, for real, want to lay down so bad right now. Chord of Calling up for $1. Whew, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Looks like Feather's picking it up. Congrats on your Chord of Calling. Enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If I'm doing a little better tomorrow, I'll log in tomorrow evening and do another stream ski. Make sure you're following. Check out the shop. I love you all. Have a great night. And as is tradition, let's raid a Pokemon channel. Oh, that's right. On iPad, it doesn't give me that option. Let's raid Death by Stu. They don't have a lot of watchers. All right, here we go, guys. Have a great night.